Hello. Welcome to Sipping on Self-Discovery. I want to come on and just listen. Just be real talk about one of the key points that I did earlier today about separate failure from identity. And I want to talk about a setback is an event, not a definition of your value. And I wanted to talk about that part is that I used to allow setbacks in my life to define who I was, my value. And anything that I dealt with in my life, a difficult situation that was frustrating to me, and I would just have a hard time adapting. I really would. I would have a hard time adapting. And it was like something happened, I was a failure. And I would get depressed about it. I would, be in my feelings about something. Something happened that I didn't understand or expect. And it just, it was heavy on me. And so I just allowed that to define my value as a person. And I just didn't understand why things happened the way they did. And so I don't know. I was allowing that. And things happen, but I never really thought about setbacks were just that. And I never thought about it changed who I was, and I was a failure and all of that. It wasn't, I didn't think about that. I just thought about a setback, something taking me backwards or something happening it was something I did, and I internalized it. I was, a failure. I'm not worthy of something. I'm not worthy. I didn't, feel like I was ever enough. I dealt with rejection a lot. And so I was just looking at that, and I was just thinking about how I never looked at life challenges, setbacks and crisis, things happening to me in my life, that it was not diminishing to my value. It didn't take away from my value, who God created me to be, who God wants me to be. It didn't take that away. It was, we grow from our mistakes. We grow from our things that happen. We grow from that. And I didn't realize that I was supposed to grow from heartbreaks and failures. I didn't know I was supposed to grow from that. And I'm still living it, and still I'm going to have setbacks. I'm going to have life challenges. I'm going to, I'm going to have failures. I'm going to have things that happen. And so, but I'm at a better place in life now, mentally and spiritually, that when setbacks happen, it's only for God to give me a push for a comeback. And so, yeah, I wanted to come on self-discovery. These are self-discoveries when I come on to do these YouTube videos, I come on things I discover about myself. Things, because I have challenges as well. I deal with challenges. I deal with tests. I deal with all kinds of stuff. And so I know, or now I realize that failure is separate from my identity. Failure, something that has happened, is separate from my identity. A setback or something that I least expect is separate from who I am. It's separate from who God created me to be. I now realize that. And I just want to come on and to encourage someone today to, if you are dealing with something, a setback, a life challenge, a crisis, it's okay. You're going to go, just persevere and push through it. Push through it. Push through it. I had this thing where God showed me, and some little things, small things God showed me. I was walking. I was in a thing that I was walking all the time, walking. And where I live, they have yard people to do the work. And every month, once a month, every time I walk, there'll be like people doing the maintenance. They cutting the grass. They're doing these edges, making them perfect. And I'm like, they do that every time I walk. And so, and I started to get frustrated. So frustrated that I just want to turn around and come back and walk back home. But it was like, no, don't do that. Persevere. Push through it. You can go around. You go across the street. You can walk across the street. Listen. You can go. You could just go around. You can go on the other side of the street. You don't, that just to avoid. To get out of their pathway. But you don't stop. So when life challenges happen, setbacks happens, that's a failure that just happened. That's something that just happened. It does not dictate who you are as a person. It's not. It does not diminish your worth, your value. It doesn't do that. So be encouraged on today to separate failures from your identity. It's a totally different thing. Totally different. Your setbacks are your comebacks. Have a great day, and thank you for joining me on Sipping on Discovery. Bye-bye.